If you take this sentence and put it into Google, how many ways are there to structure a presentation? You'll get a lot of ideas. And in this video today, I want to give you one way, and it's really simple. It's hook, core point, call to action. Those three components can make up any message and help your brain be calm and focused. Because here's the thing about our brain. Number one job is safety. So when we're standing before an audience, the eyes of that audience can tell our brain it's not safe. It harkens back to a time when we were living in small tribes on this planet and there was danger everywhere, either from an animal that was about to jump out of the bushes and eat us, or a warring tribe doing the same thing. So, eyes upon us, well, that's a lot like there's danger. Now, in our modern world today, not true. However, our brain hasn't quite caught up with today's world. So, to combat that, we need a structure. So, that's why I want you to think about hook, core point, and action step or call to action. You want people to do something as a result of listening to you. Avoid starting with something mundane, like saying thank you. Of course, you appreciate people listening to you, and of course, you appreciate people being there. But start with something that is intriguing. Start with something that will get people to lean in. So maybe you start by busting a myth. Or maybe you start by being contrary or counterintuitive. One of the things I often tell my audience is, yes, we want to cast a wide net, but be specific. Think in terms of zeroing in on what you want to say. The idea of a laser beam versus ambient light. There's power in a laser beam. So when you really focus, when you get specific, there's power there. So spend some time thinking about what's intriguing about your topic. What maybe do people think is true that isn't true? You can bust a myth, or you can share a contrarian point of view. Once you have your opening, once you have your hook, then think to what's next? What do you want people to do? So, hook is the beginning, call to action is the end, and your core point is in the middle. So, I encourage people to think about opening, closing, and then the piece in the middle. So what do you want people to do? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to book a call with you? In every single one of my YouTube videos at the end, I invite you to share it with someone you think could benefit. And if you haven't done so, eh, subscribe to my channel. That's always my call to action at the end. Now, if we're at an in-person meeting, at a networking event, my call to action might be, let's connect and have coffee. It doesn't matter, but it's what matters is you have something for people to do. What's next? If you leave it open-ended and loosey-goosey, no one's going to take any action and you're not going to get anywhere by having your presentation or your intro. So then, what's the core point of your message? Today, my core point is structure is a key component to speaking success or a key component to presentations. That's less than 12 words. And that's what I want to encourage you to think about is how can I take that beginning, that hook, that intrigue, the ending, the call to action, and what am I going to put in the middle? What's my core point? What's my message? What's my takeaway? Now, that could be a little bit more lengthy than what I'm sharing today. If you're, for example, introducing the strategic planning event for your company, well, you're going to maybe want some more meat in that middle, the section that you're going to share with people. That's your core point. But maybe it's simply, hey, this is what I do for a living. I am the voice confident strategist that helps people go from timid to terrific when they need to show up and talk about themselves. something along those lines. I think by now you've gotten the point that structure does not have to be complicated, but it's a really simple tool and it will help you get clarity about your message and help you be more confident when you're sharing it. And of course, as I said earlier, if you know someone that could benefit from this message, feel free to share it. And if you haven't done so already, sign up for my channel so you get my weekly updates. Until next time, structure, hook, core point, call to action.